Good evening, friends. I am on a roll, so I'm going with it. My name is Faith Storms. I am a licensed social worker, therapist, and I have a passion for human design. And I am doing some videos giving you some basic information about human design. This video is about generators. There are four types in human design. There are generators, manifestors, projectors, and reflectors. And I'm going to talk about generators for just a few minutes. Generators make up about 70% of people. So if you are a generator, that is the most common type. Generators are divided into pure generators and manifesting generators. Let me see what the numbers are. It's 37% are pure generators, 33% manifesting generators. Now, let me show you a picture to demonstrate this. A generator has a defined sacral center. So see, they both have that sacral center. The pure generator has no motor connected to throat. The manifesting generator has a connection like this one from the throat down to the sacral center. So there's a connection between the throat and the motor, the sacral center, and that's what makes them a manifesting generator. The strategy is the same whether you're a pure generator or a manifesting generator. The key thing, the strategy is to respond. So, pure generators, I'm a generator, I'm a pure generator. We have these large enveloping energy fields that literally draw things to us. The biggest fear of a generator is I'll have nothing to respond to. It's like, who am I? Will I be asked? Will I get something to respond to? The reality is we are surrounded and bombarded almost with things to respond to every single day. We respond to everything. We respond to words, we respond to feelings, we respond to invitations, we respond to ideas, books, music, like anything in our environment, anything in our sphere is something to respond to. There is never a lack of things to respond to. So we are to respond. We are not to go make it happen. If we try to initiate and make things happen, it will not go well. Now, we need to respond, and we need to respond in accordance with our inner authority. So if you and there's that's on your chart too, like what is your inner authority? My inner authority is my emotional center, is my sacral center. I'm sorry, solar plexus. The sacral center is where we respond from. My solar plexus, my emotional center, is my inner authority. If you have a defined emotional center, that is your inner authority. And if you have an defined emotional center, then you need to ask yourself questions repeatedly over time to know what is the correct response for you. But you're still going to be responding. You just have to filter it through your emotions. If you do not have a defined emotional center and instead have you have the defined sacral center as a generator, then that's going to be your inner authority. And it's about asking your gut. Now, as a generator, we don't want to get caught up in the mind because your mind, your thoughts are never your authority. They are never your decision maker. What we want to do is you move to your gut. You go down to your sacral center, which is like your gut, and literally ask yourself questions or have somebody else ask you questions. And our true answers are nonverbal. This is so fascinating to me. Years ago, when I was first learning this, the coach I was working with, Deborah, she would do this with me. Like if I was working through an issue or trying to make a decision, she would literally ask me yes or no questions, and I answered with uh-huh or uh-uh. Physical physical responses, nodding, or and the or not words. Because when you start to get into words, that triggers the brain, that triggers your mind, and then you can't, well, you often get sidetracked. And so it was very interesting when she asked me these yes or no questions. I would sometimes, and it matters how you ask. Like, for instance, you might be asking someone, do you want to go out tonight? And they might go, mm-mm. And then you might ask, do you want to go out with me? And they might say, mm-hmm. Because those are two different questions. Now you might think, well, what's the difference? There is a difference. But the bottom line is you go to your gut. It's not about thinking it through. No, like don't go to your brain. You go to your gut. What is your gut? And do the uh-huh or uh-uh. Or it can be like, if an opportunity, like if you hear about something or something comes in your sphere, comes in your aura, comes in your energy field, and if you're like, like if you have this moving towards energy, that's a yes. If you have a recoiling, that's a no. That's your body. That's your body saying no. Versus yes, like, oh, tell me more. What is this about? Like that's forward motion. But it comes from the gut. This is not your head, not the head. Generators, both types, have a lot of energy. We are workhorses, we are worker bees, we go, go, go. We've got a lot of life force energy because that the sacral center is life force energy. So we got a lot going on. Most of the time, generators are their energy is very warm and enveloping. They're, people want to be around that energy. It's good energy, etc. If we're not in the right place, we're going to feel a lot of frustration. I believe that, I'm pretty sure that is the not self emotion is frustration. And yes, the not self theme is frustration. And when we're in harmony, when we are acting in harmony with our strategy of responding, then we're going to have satisfaction. That is the sense, that is the feeling that you want to get to as a generator, is satisfaction. And we want our energy to be used in satisfying ways for ourselves, for others. It's very important. We've got to go to the sacral center and our inner authority and keep using that in order to get where we need to go. Okay. So there are some thoughts on generators. And if you are a generator, then this is your strategy to go to your gut and to do the uh-huh or uh-uh. Don't get caught up in words and respond. If you feel drawn to something, go to the next step. You don't need to make a lifelong commitment to something. Do the next thing. Do the next thing. Do the next thing. Respond, respond, respond. That is how you're going to get on the right path and stay on the right path. And it's okay. Sometimes you'll get off and then follow your gut, you get back on. It works. If this was helpful, please subscribe and like this video. Please comment if you have more questions. If you need or want a more personal discussion of human design, please contact me. I'd be glad to set up. We can go through your specific chart and I can help explain and personalize how all the different centers work together along with your strategy and your inner authority, and get you a better understanding of how your unique design works. All right. Have a great day.